Do you know that the more you swap your property, the more you lose money? If you have not watched my video on part 1 and 2, check them out here so that it will help you better understand this video. In my previous video, I make an assumption that swapping from Coco Palm to a high-performing Pasir Ris 8 will still make you lose money. And I was making a comparison between keeping Coco Palms all the way for 600 over 1,000 gross profit as compared to swapping to Pasir Ris 8 that give you a total gross profit of 800 over 1,000. It might seem that the gross profit of 800 over 1,000 is much more than the gross profit of 600 over 1,000. But as I mentioned in the previous video, you need to consider rental and all expenses. So you can see that if you sell your Coco Palms to swap to buy Pasir Ris 8, your gross profit for your Coco Palms will be 210,000. But after minusing all the expenses as well as the rental for 3 years because you need to wait for Pasir Ris 8 to TOP, you will make a net loss of 186,000. This is for Pasir Ris 8 assuming that you have already swapped to buy Pasir Ris 8 and now you are selling Pasir Ris 8. The annualized rate is extremely healthy and excellent at 9.7%. Apart from ECs, there are not many private condos that give you such high performing value. Now, even though your gross profit is at 620,000, which is a lot for 3.7 years, after minusing all the expenses, your net profit is only 369,000. Now, when you add this to Coco Palms, which made a net loss, the total net profit you have for Coco Palms and Pasir Ris 8 will be 183,000. But if you kept Coco Palm all the way, your net profit is 321,000, and that is much higher than you swapping to Pasir Ris 8. Because while the gross profit is only at 643,000, your total cost of expenses is lower. So swapping from condo to condo in every few years will definitely hurt you. But what happens if you swap to a bigger property? Let's look at the numbers. We will consider the same example as our previous video, Botanic at Bartley. If you were to keep Botanic at Bartley all the way, your net profit will be 424,000 for 9.3 years. Now, if you swap in 2020 to buy Park Esta, your Botanic at Bartley will give you a net profit of 15,000. Assuming that for Park Esta, instead of buying the same size property at 958 square feet, you buy a larger unit at 1227 square feet, and this is a 4 beta premium. After selling in 2024, you make a net profit of 377,000. In case you wonder, this is based on the real data, real transaction here. So by adding this Park Esta 4 beta premium together with your Botanic at Bartley 3 beta, you have made a net profit of close to 400,000. And this amount is quite close to the net profit of 420,000 if you were to keep your Botanic at Bartley all the way without swapping. So if you were to swap to a larger unit, preferably one size bigger, additional bedroom, at least 200 square feet more, you would have break even in your net profit. In the next part, I'm going to share with you various scenarios where you can consider swapping your property. So if anyone keeps asking you to swap your property every 3 to 5 years, you might want to ask a different kind of agent. Stay tuned and I will see you in the next video.